Whilst I'm talking, I'm going to play some of the music that I've made, and hopefully it'll work. Okay. All right. So let's try that again. Okay. Basically, I've always been interested in club music, dance music, funk, things with lots of bass, which is why this is like this. But I also like film soundtracks and reggae and bits of techno. So the next piece will be the intro music to a short film that a friend of mine made. You can tell it's still quite reggae-y and bleepy. For me, this has always been a bit of a hobby. Because I trained to be a computer programmer, and now I'm in a process of trying to blend my programming skills and abilities with my interest in making music, which is how I find myself meeting Agnese.
Well. I have to quit the application. Okay, I'm Agnese instead, and where is it? What did do it? And I dream to live in an imaginary, in my imaginary world, basically. And because of my coming back to the reality, my background is in industrial design, and then I leave it. I'll do it. And then I arrived in London, and I started my MA, and I started thinking about Esperanto 2.0, no words communication. But that's okay. Which is a kind of I mean, given that the world of the new media reshaped the way we exchange we exchange knowledge and we communicate. I wanted to find an universal language to be able to communicate actually without words. Maybe because also I had a big problem with learning a new language. So I actually designed Esperanto 2.0, which is, in fact, a 3D world. I mean, it wants to be a 3D world, an imaginary world in which people can walk around and create music by touching objects, and the real way I would like it to be will be like a multi-user platform where user could actually communicate by images and sound. For now, I have a prototype, which is the actual Esperanto 2.0, which is, if Simon wants to explain, I mean, which is an interactive movie and interactive song as well, made in Flash, and connected through pure data through pure data to Flash to Ableton Live.
Okay, so Agnese made this this really visually stimulating, really visually appealing environment for us to play around in. What we originally wanted to do was create something like a 3D game engine that you could explore, but in the time constraints that we set ourselves, can I turn it down a bit? In the time constraints we set ourselves, we couldn't make this game-like world, so what we have are a series of rendered animations projected in Flash. The user can explore around a number of interactive scenes. Each of these objects is sending some information to pure data, and pure data is changing that information into MIDI signals, and the MIDI signals are driving Ableton, which is hiding in the background. changes of scene in the visual world are changing scenes in the musical world, and the little objects that you can click on or flick with the mouse are set up to trigger different instruments. We also felt that not only was triggering a single one-shot instrument quite a fun thing to do, but also you can communicate some degree of mood by overlaying the sound with some sound effects. So some of the hotspots will trigger like a big delay or a big echo in simplistic terms.
Okay, come on. It's no words communication. Sometimes problem with the three applications will open together. At the moment there are also other applications open, so it's not really running.
Yes, in this modern world of no words communication, it all gets a bit jittery.
Yeah, maybe we should have closed the other things, but anyway.
How much longer do we have? So we thought we'd just explore it for a bit to see how you all felt about this communicating without words.